Before we proceed with how to deal with many-to-many relationship, let us understand what is many-to-many relationship. Okay, we have orders table, and we have, let's customers table. Okay, so in this case, there exists a many-to-many relationship between these two tables, right? So, for example, the order table, right? In the order table, a single order, right? Let's say an order placed by multiple customers, right? Let's say customer 1, 2, 3, more than one customer, right? Multiple customers are placing the orders. Okay, and customer may place more than one order also, right? A customer raises the orders, but a single customer may place more than one order also, right? More than one also. So your listen order is order ID is IXC001, right? A single order. Yeah, in this case, one or more, right? A single customer, one or more customers. One or more customers can raise an order with you, and one or more customers, right, can raise an order with you. But the order table contains multiple customers, right? Multiple customers orders here. Okay, IXC001 is related to customer 1. And again, this guy, the same customer, he has ordered another thing, C025. And here, JX K020 is another order number. This is, multiple orders, right? The orders are raised by multiple customers. Orders are raised by multiple customers, and each customers are, ordering it more than one time also, right? So this is one of the examples for many-to-many relationship. And another example is like products. So this, each order can contain more than one product, right? So each order can contain more than one product. So product P1, P2, P3. A single order can have more than one product, and each product can be ordered in multiple orders, right? So these are the products and orders. These are the many-to-many relationship. Example for many-to-many relationship. Many-to-many relationship is a very common, design, the the common relationship that you encounter it in most of the projects. And here, how we can implement them. It is not a straightforward way of implementing the many-to-many relationship. You need to have bridge table. As I told you in the last session, we need to have a bridge table. What is factless fact table? Any idea? How many of you remember this? One second. What is factless fact? It's a bridge table. It's a junction table, right? See, take a pen and note also, keep it next to you. And also, you watch my previous batch video in case of any delay or something like that, okay, in uploading the video. Okay, okay, and see, you know what? So even at the director level in the software company, we go with pen and paper only. Even though we have all the luxury, stylus pen is there, I have an iPhone, I can write it everything, but still we go with the typical pen and paper only. Okay, pen and paper or notebook. Whatever. Okay, and okay, here you need a bridge table. You cannot implement it directly. Okay, you cannot implement directly these tables. You cannot simply put products and orders. In between this, you need another table. Okay, another table to implement the many-to-many relationship. But anyhow, I will explain you with some good scenarios. For example, we have an account table and customer table. Okay, account table and customer table. What is this account table? Account table has multiple customers data in it. Right? Sorry, one second. What is account table consists of it here? So in the case of bank, we have customers and accounts table. The customers can, in this case, a single customer can have, or each account can be held by a customer, right? A customer, listen to account number AC01 is held by customer name is Ashok. Okay, the single account and more than one account, right? You have AC02. The same customer also can have more than one account. A single customer can have more than one account. So the Ashok is having two accounts, account one and account two accounts are there. And at the same time, the single account can be held by more than one customer also. Yes, his mother name is Divya. Ashok mother name is Divya, joint account. Joint account. So here each customer can have one or more account, and each account can also have one or more customers. This is a typical example for the many-to-many relationship. Okay. In this case, the requirement is something like, can you give me the customer-wise balance? Okay, balance, account balance by customer. How can you give that one? Account balance by customer, you need to print it. So how can you do that? Account balance by customer. Here you have the account ID key column is there, and you have the customer ID key column is there here. The key columns, using the key column only, you can uniquely identify the records. What do you mean by uniquely identify? AC01 is related to Ashok. AC02 is related to Ashok. Okay, and AC01 is related to Divya and Ashok. Okay, so with the help of the account number, 1 second. So here the account number is a unique number. Okay, account ID is the unique number, and customer ID is also a unique number. Okay, and here if I ask you to print a or generate a report wherein you show me the balance, account balance by customer, you need to join these two tables, right? But unfortunately, you cannot create a direct relationship, because to create a relationship between the two tables, what is the prerequisite? What is the prerequisite? If I want to query the data from more than one table, what should we do? Rather than videos, please take a pen and paper, right? You write it down. I'll show you. There are batches, right? They sent up, pages and pages of papers. So what is, if I let you know here, the account detail is an account table and customer detail is an customer table. If I ask you, give me the the customer balance, sorry, give me the account balance by customer, what will you do? Because the data are, the two different data are available in, yes, you are correct, Sagar, you are absolutely correct, right? Sagar is absolutely, if you want to query more than one table's data, you need to have the relationship. Okay, how do I create the relationship? Based on the common key column, right? But we don't see any common key column exists between these two tables. Here you have account ID is there is the primary key column. Good. But in the customer table, you have a customer ID. This is another primary key column. Very good. But if I ask you to give me the account balance by customer ID, but the account balance may be available here, right? So look here, you have a transaction table. Apart from account customer, you have a transaction table. The transaction table, you have amount, how much amount you have it in your account, that is your balance. Maybe by date wise, they store it here. So in this case, what happens, to give that answer, you need to join these two tables, but unfortunately you cannot join these two tables. The prerequisite to join these two tables is you need to have a common column. Unfortunately, we don't have that common column exists between these two tables. So that is when we have something else called the link table or what is that, link table or bridge table. Bridge table. This is your bridge table. Okay, bridge table. In the interview, they ask you. So in the case of many-to-many, we use the bridge table. Okay, in Power BI, without using the bridge table itself, we can do the filtering. That is a different story altogether. But still, the best practice is having a bridge table between, especially when you have a many-to-many relation between the tables, you need to have a bridge table. Please remember this. So here, the key columns, the ID columns from both the tables, we have mentioned it, we have used it here. Account ID and customer ID only, not the customer name, not the account name. Okay, only the key columns. Key columns are nothing but primary key columns. Account ID, customer ID, these two are primary key columns in their respective tables. Right? What we are doing is we keep both the tables primary key column in this bridge table. Account ID and customer ID. Okay, so this is also called as a factless fact table. Here we don't see any fact, right? Factless fact. Fact means you don't have fact. Factless fact table. So, you don't have the fact here. What do you mean by fact? All of you, please type it in the chat window. What do you mean by fact? Yes. Very good. Very good. I'm getting... No, it's not reality. Okay. Measure. Yes. It's not a relay. Relay. T. No, relay T. No. Fact is nothing but numeric value. Numeric values. Measures or numeric values. So if they say measures, that is nothing but numeric values. Sales amount, units sold, profit. These are called your facts or measures. Facts, measures, non-numerical, all the three terms are same. Okay. The fact table should have the fact. Fact is nothing but the numeric value. Right? Don't ever forget this. Okay. And you're not supposed to watch the video. Whatever I teach you, you need to take it to your brain directly. In memory. Nowadays, in memory is popular, right? Any technology, you take it. Even Power BI is popular because of its in memory capabilities. Directly store it in memory. Okay. Okay, fine. So in this case, both the table, the key column, we store it here. But we don't have any facts here, the numeric value, like sales amount or account balance, nothing is there. So this is called your factless fact table. It is also called as a bridge table. In the case of many-to-many relationship, you need to have a bridge table. If you don't have a bridge table, how can you tell how much account balance is held by each customer? Because account balance is available in some other table, customer is available in another table, right? So you need to take both the tables key column and then you need to put it in the common table called bridge. Okay, now we discussed about account table, customer table, account customer. This is your bridge table and we have a transaction table now. Okay, here you have account ID and you have account ID. The account table now can filter the transaction table based on the account ID. See, here we have created the relationship based on the account ID. Okay, fine. And the customer table, right? Customer table, can it filter the transaction table directly? Can it filter the transaction table directly? What is the prerequisite for filtering? No, very good, Sagar. Why? Why no? Because we don't have any common column exists between these two tables. Right. Yes, very good. Right. We don't have any common customer ID. Can you see that? No, we don't have common customer ID is available here. Okay. And in this case, with the help of the bridge table, the customer table can filter the transaction table. It's something like, the customer, you just think, he's a person, human being, right? He doesn't have this person's contact number. But we are creating a contact number here, list. So via this list, the customer can filter this table. But again, he cannot, directly filter this table with the bridge table also. Bridge table again in turn will filter the account table, and the account table will filter the transaction table. See, this guy, this guy is nothing but the customer table can filter the transaction table via the bridge table and the account table. It has to navigate through two tables. We cannot directly do that. So in this kind of scenarios, you need to have bridge table. Now you understood with the help of the bridge table, only we can do the filtering of the transaction table. Now we understood, right? Yeah, because here you have customer ID, but here you don't have customer ID. Since you put the customer ID and account ID, the key ID columns from both the tables in this common table, fine. But still, this table is, say, if you see here, the arrow is going down from both the table. So now the customer table can filter the account customer table. Account table can filter the account customer, but account customer cannot filter back the account table. Okay, so that is when VSMO cross filter direction both. We need to set the cross filter direction both, so that it's simple common sense. Yeah, see, this is you, but you don't have this guy's number, right? If you want to talk to this guy's number, you will have to talk to this guy. But this guy also, once you ask him, hey, I need some person's contact number, what he has to do is he need to talk back to this guy. Hey, can you give me the number, because customer is asking, right? In order to talk to this guy, the arrow should be like, up arrow, right? So down arrow and up arrow should be there. That is your bi-direction relationship. Okay, bi-direction relationship. It's a unidirection. Currently, it is a unidirection because the account ID from the account table is flowing down to your account customer table. It's a one-to-many relationship. You're also one-to-many relationship. Okay, but the account customer, in order to get the account balance, it has to customer table has to filter this table, and this table has to filter back the account table. Only then it can, this one, because the account ID is there, so account table can filter the transaction table using the account ID column. That's all. Got it? So this is the whole idea. And again, depends on the reporting requirement. If they ask you, hey, I need something like this, yes, obviously you need to create a relationship like this. Otherwise, you cannot get anything like that. Okay. I will just jump into the Power BI desktop. And in the interest of time, all the tables got loaded. What are the tables that we are going to discuss it now? So we have the account table. Account table is having two columns, account and account ID column. And customer table. Okay. Customer ID and customer. And account customer. This is the bridge table. Bridge table having the ID column from both the table. The account ID came from the account table. Whatever the account ID that used it here, that is the one you need to put it in your bridge table. Okay. And yeah. So if you see here, the account ID 100, right? The same account ID 100 is repeated more than once. But in the bridge table, the ID column can have duplicate values in it. Got it? I just go back here because you don't have IT background. Don't worry. Here you need more clarification. You understood? So here, yeah. Listen of the, what is the account number here? 100, right? Account number is, listen of the account number is 100. Okay. 1 second. This is a bit bigger. 100. And customer ID is 9192. Okay. The single account is held by two customers. 91 is one customer, 92 is another customer. These two customers are holding a joint account. That account number is 100. Got it? That account number is 100. That is what we are seeing here. What I did to see, we are going to look at three tables: account table, customer table, transaction table, and also account customer, the bridge table. What I did, instead of coming back to the data view each and every time, right? The customer transaction, And again, customer table, account table data, customer table data, customer transaction table data. I need to keep click one after the other. What I did here, I just used a table visual. Look at this, your table visual, and all the columns belong to account table. Look here, if I select this table, on the right side, the account table got highlighted. Can you see it here? So the account table automatically got highlighted. So the the account and account ID columns values, you can see it here itself. Instead of going to data view, I just put it here for the sake of convenience. Okay, got it? Yes, Swarna. So this is your, when you click on this table, you can see the transaction table. Yes, the transaction table, account ID, amount, date, right? So your account ID, amount, a date is not required, hence I did not put it here, right? Okay, yes, Sagar. Okay. And next one is account. This is your bridge table. Look here, account customer. This is your bridge table. I just put it somewhere here. This is a transaction table, and again I just put the customer table here. Okay, customer table, and like our model. Okay, we don't have to put it this way for you people to understand. I just put it here. Okay, so this is account table, and this is our customer account bridge table. This is your customer table. See, account table, customer table. This is your bridge table, which it is holding both the account ID and customer ID in it. And next one is the transaction table. Okay, this is where each account balance is there. Okay, so since this table is having account ID column, this table also have account ID column. If you create the relationship with the common column account ID, it makes sense, right? So in that case, what will happen? This table can filter this table. Fine. So when the account table can filter this transaction table, what you can get it here. So account number 100, how much balance we have it in total. So in account ID 100, right, there are two records are there. You need to add these two values. 1000 minus 500, how much? 500 only. Next one is 101. In 101, how many records in the transaction table? We have only one record, right? So, and 350 will come here. Very good. So since we have created the relationship between the account table and then the transaction table based on the common column account ID, it can filter this table via the account ID column. While filtering it, you know very well, it applies the default aggregation function called sum. So here, instead of repeating the 100 two times, it puts only one time, and then it adds these two values. 1000 minus 500 is 500 only. And next record is 101, that is another customer. 350, that is the balance is 350. Okay, and here, listen to this, up to this it is fine. Your manager is satisfied. Now he is asking another report. Hey, can you give me a report wherein the customer wise account balance? This is where you need to spend time in understanding. Look here, in this case, customer 01, the amount is how much balance he has? 500. 500. Customer 01. What is customer 01 ID? 91. And if you see a 91, only one record is there. And 1 second. This is your customer table. This is your, yeah. Here only one thing is there. But a transaction table, if you see, customer 01, right? Customer 01 is 91. Yeah, 91. And here, what is the corresponding account ID? 100, right? It goes here 100, and then 100, it does the aggregation. It gives me 500. Okay. And then the customer 2 is, what is this customer 2 ID? 92. So what is the account number for the customer ID 92? 92 is holding two different accounts, 100 or not one, but 100 is a joint account with his mother. And this guy is, I just write it here, because you will find it a little bit difficult to grasp it. For example, 91 is Ashok, not Ashok, Divya, Ashok's mother. Account number 92 is Ashok. So Ashok is Divya's son, okay? And if I ask you, what is the account number of Divya? How will you find out? You need to join with this table, right? The 91, the corresponding account ID for the Divya is 91. Sorry, the 100, right? So 91. What is the corresponding account ID for 91? 100. If I ask you, what is the account number of 92? So 92, you can see two records here, which means Ashok is holding two different accounts with the same bank, but one account is a joint account, other account is something like some other account. Maybe it's a current account. See, Ashok and Divya put together, they have one account, right? That is your 100. Account ID is 100. Account ID. And apart from this, her son, right? Divya's son Ashok, he is holding another account. That account ID is 101. That is what I mentioned. Got it? 101. So here all the data are not available in the same table. If you wanted to find out the account number for 91, you need to do a lookup in this table. So 91 is the customer ID. And what is the corresponding account ID for customer ID 91? 100, right? And 92 is also 100. That means it is pretty clear. 91, 92, these two customers, they have a single account called 100, account ID called 100. And apart from this, Divya's son Ashok is holding another account. That account number is 101. Is it clear? Yes. Joint account and individual saving account, right? Joint account or individual saving account. Yes. So as Sagar mentioned, so the Ashok is having a joint account with his mother, plus he is having another saving account or current account. Okay, you just think that. Is it clear? Very good. You are able to understand quickly. Good. Can there be more than one bridge table in one relationship problem? No, why you need more than one bridge table? Not necessarily. If you have more number of bridge table, that doesn't make any sense. And again, you have to it has to do the filtering on multiple tables, right? Unnecessarily. Don't create too many bridge table. Okay, fine, yeah. So here you understood up to this. Okay, if I ask you, what is the balance amount now for Divya? What is the balance amount in Divya's account? No, merge and all we'll see it later. Let's go one by one. Let's not get mixed up with everything. Okay. First, you tell me what is the account balance for Divya. So 91 is Divya's customer ID. The corresponding account ID is 100. Okay, but 100 is a joint account, right? So here, if you see here, this is a transaction table. So 1000 minus 500 is 500. Is correct, right? 500. And 101. So the Ashok account number is 101, right? So 92 is 101. See, in total account ID 100, what is the balance? 500, isn't it? Whether it's a Divya or Ashok, in the case of joint account, this is the balance 500. So you see, they deposited 1000 and then they withdrawn 500. Right? Listeners, someday they deposited 1000 and then later point on they withdrawn 500. So 1000 minus 500 is 500. So in total, the account ID 100, just 500. It's a Divya or Ashok because it's a joint account, right? So end of the day, both put together, they have only 500 balance is there. And in the account ID 101, the balance is how much? 350, right? He is having another account. Ashok is having another account. In that account, he has 350. Yes, it has given it very clearly. This 100 consists of the two transactions. Okay, these two transactions. It did this sum. Yes, Sagar, you are correct, right? So if you, and then it gives me the total. So 500, 350 is 850. Fine. But in this case, what happens? The customer table. So let's say your manager wants to see the account wise balance by customer. In that case, the customer table, look here, the customer table has to filter what table? See, account table was able to filter the transaction table directly. That's the reason we don't have any issues. If the customer table has to filter the transaction table to answer to that report or to create a report, that new reporting requirement, right? So your customer table needs to filter this table. Unfortunately, there is no customer ID column is available here. Hence, customer table cannot filter this table. And also there exists a many-to-many relationship between account and customer. In that case, the create a bridge table and the customer table can filter account customer table using customer ID column. And then if you see double arrow, right? If you notice it very clearly, double arrow is there, down arrow and up arrow, which means the cross filter direction. I set it manually here. I will show you how to do that little later. Now the account customer table has to filter back account table. For that, you need to enable the bidirectional relationship. I just clicked on the link here. I'll show you now itself how to enable bidirectional relationship. Look here, cross filter direction. Using cross filter direction. And if you click on the drop down here, you will find single and both. You need to enable, by default, it is single. You need to enable it both explicitly in this kind of scenario so that the account customer can now filter the account table. Because here the customer table, you can see the down arrow, right? The customer, wherever you see down arrow, that means this table can filter this table, but account customer table cannot filter back this customer table. Similarly, the account table can filter the account customer, whereas the account customer cannot filter the account table. In order for the account customer to talk back to this guy, you need to go here and say, hey, enable the bidirectional relationship. This is called your unidirection. This is called your bidirection. Got it? Right? So this is how you need to enable the bidirectional relationship. Once you enable this, the customer table can filter the account customer table. Now the account customer table can filter the account table. Account table in turn filter your transaction table, right? If you wanted to see the customer wise account balance, it is not straightforward. It has to navigate through these two guys. It's something like if you want to take a leave, you cannot get permission directly from your immediate manager. He in turn has to go and ask the request another manager, and he is the one is, and ultimately you just think that way, okay? He is the one ultimately granting your he is the one giving the permission to take a leave. You just think that way, okay? This is a simple analogy. So right with that you should be able to understand, because it is unidirectional relationship. Now I have enabled the bidirectional. That's why you can see both up arrow and down arrow. Because of this bidirectional relationship, now the account customer can filter this account table. Since we have a relationship exists between account and transaction, this one automatically filter the transaction table, and then each customer wise account balance will be transferred. It will be accessed by the customer table. Got it? So now you can see this one, 500, customer 01. Who is customer 01? Divya, right? Our account ID is 91. The corresponding account ID is 100. And customer 92 is also holding the same account, joint account. So two records will get added together. And then it gives me 1000 minus 500 is 500. And customer 02 is holding another account number called 101. In the 101, in the transaction table, we can see only 350. But here, the customer 2, it gives me 850. See, if this is the, recall. For this purpose, it requires this kind of relationship, bridge table, and it has to, bidirectional relationship. You need to enable it, and then only you can get this. So if you don't enable the bidirectional, for example, if I go and set it back to single, the default one is single. And if I go and say, okay, and if you go to your report canvas, look here, it is reloading it. Now it shows 850 for both the customers, right? Both the customers are having 850. The reason is the overall total is 850. It repeats the same value across the rows. Because the account customer table cannot filter back account table, it was not able to produce the proper output. Hence, I'm going to enable the bi-direction relationship. Now the account customer table can filter the account table in turn filter the transaction table. Now you can see the correct answer. And okay, you tell me, if I ask you a question, what is the total balance Divya is holding in her account? Divya. What is the total balance held by Divya? 500, right? You will say 500. Am I correct? Yes, Sagar, you are absolutely correct. If I ask you, what is the account balance held by Rajesh or Ashok? See, something like, Sagar, you have a joint account with your mom. Apart from this, you have another account. If I ask only Sagar's account balance, you will say joint account he has 500 money plus in the another account he has 350, 500 plus 350, 850. You will say 850. But if I ask his mother, she will say only 500 only because the joint account, because she is having only one account with her son, right, Sagar. So both put together only 500 is there. Is this clear? Very good, Sagar. You're able to understand. Excellent, right? How about others? Swarna, you're able to understand. Shri, you're able to understand. Very good. And Sai Sudha, it is pretty. You made my job simple. Okay, correct. Okay, and how about others? Naresh, are you able to understand? Mahima and Naresh? Yeah, very good, right? So cool. Very able to understand. Very good. So now if you see the total is 850, right? So it is absolutely correct only. It should not add these two things. If it adds these two things, it will mislead you, right? 850 plus 500, if this one adds, how much you will get? 1350, right? That is actually wrong because both the customers account balance is 500. Here 500, here also 500 only. But additional is 50, 350. So 850 should be there. That is correct only. See, here it is not doing the total, right? Typical sum is not doing it here. And 500 and 850, this is because we have enabled the bidirectional relation between the bridge table and the account table. Again, it depends on your requirement. If the reporting requirement something like the customer table has to filter the transaction table, obviously there are no direct relationship can be created because there is no common column exists between these two tables. And then again, these two tables are having many-to-many relationship. Obviously, you need to have a factless fact table, which is nothing but the bridge table. In the bridge table, in both the tables, right, left side and right side table, you keep the ID columns. That's all. Okay, and then you need to filter back this table, account table. So using this one only, you can do that, right? But this is not a best practice. Cross filter direction both. If you set it manually, that is not the best practice because it will literally slow down your performance. It will literally slow down your performance. Hence, it is not advisable. But anyhow, for the illustration purpose, at this moment, you just understand account customer table also should filter the account table. Only then account table can filter this table, and then you can get the information whatever you wanted by customer. That is possible with this only. Okay. Okay. Another example is another many example is look here. We have order fact and fulfillment table. Order fact and fulfillment table. I just go here. Let me see if I have the data here available. Yes. Let's say your manager wants to see the 1 second. Let me just check. Order quantity and fulfillment quantity. In this order, 15 items got ordered and all the 15 items we shipped it, right? We fulfilled it. In this order, 6 items ordered by customers, but we have shipped only 5 items. With this report, management can quickly understand, how understand about their productivity or the effectiveness of their shipment, how effective our shipment is. And in the another order ID, the customer ordered 5 items, but we have not yet shipped anything. Fulfillment quantity, shipped quantity. Okay, nothing has been done. So okay, and if you see this one here, product A, B, C, quantity, fulfillment quantity. This is a different thing. Okay, and here the order ID and quantity and fulfillment quantity. Look here, the order fact table, you have the quantity column is available, whereas the fulfillment quantity is available in another table called fulfillment. But in our report, we need order quantity and then the fulfillment quantity. Also, since we need the data from both the tables, you need to create a relationship between these two tables based on the common column. What is the common column? Order ID. But in this case, the order fact and fulfillment table, both of them are having many-to-many relationship. Okay, both of them are having many-to-many relationship. So for example, and here if I go here, the order fact table, if you see here, order ID is repeating it more than one time, 1001 on order date and same date, in the same order, 2 different products ordered by the customer, right? And order ID 1002, if you see, 2 products ordered by another customers, but in product B, they ordered 5 quantity and C, they ordered 1. And third order, they ordered only 5 quantity. This is the total sales we made. Okay, and here each order, for example, 1001, if you take order fact, and where is the fulfillment fact? This is your fulfillment fact. In the fulfillment back table, you have fulfillment ID, order line. In which order, in how much items that we fulfilled it. In 1001, if you see here, if you filter it only 1001, right? 1001, this one, the order ID, you go to the order fact, 1001, right? So only 2 products they ordered it. But 1 plus 2, 3, 5 plus 10, 15 items they ordered it, right? The item 1, product A, 5 quantity they ordered. Product B, they ordered 10. Okay, overall 15. Okay, I just go to the fulfillment table. And then if you see 1001, let's look at only 1001. But 1001, only 2 products ordered. 2 records should be there. Whereas in the fulfillment table, you have more than 2 records are there. Because 1001, 15 quantities they ordered, right? And in the 1001, what they did, instead of 5 quantity, in the first shipment, they sent it 2, they shipped it 2, and then the second shipment, they fulfilled the remaining 3 products. And then the next one is 10, they fulfill 10, right? So this 3 plus 2 should get added. Because here, the 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 quantities were ordered by the customer for product A, but we don't have the stock for all the 5 quantity. First time we shipped 2, and then the next time we shipped 3, right? So likewise. So here, each order has more than one shipment, multiple shipment, right? Same order, multiple shipments, they deliver it. And each shipment, which is nothing but fulfillment, can have more than one product ID, right? Product ID, more than one order also, right? Each fulfillment ID here, 1001. Yeah, fulfillment ID is a unique value, but each fulfillment can have more than one order also. So not the same order, right? Same order can be shipped more than one time, right? So the more than one. So for each order, you have more than one fulfillment. That is what we can write for each order. So 1001, you have more than one fulfillment ID. There are cases a single order itself, you have more than one fulfillment, right? It has a many-to-many relationship. In this case, what I did, I just directly created the relationship. Instead of using a bridge table, I directly created the relationship just by dragging and dropping the order ID from this table to this table. When I did this, what happened? It automatically gives me a warning saying this relation has coordinated many-to-many relationship. Look here, you have a the property called coordinate here, many-to-many. It automatically detects one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, many-to-many. Since these two table have many-to-many relationship, it automatically detects this one and it gives me warning here. Let it be there. I'm going to simply ignore the warning. In the latest version of Power BI, you can do the filtering of one fact table with another fact table, many-to-many relationship, right? That is possible without using a bridge table itself. This is the important point. And here the cross filter direction, what I did, order fact filters fulfillment. Why the order fact fulfillment? Because that is the requirement here, the reporting requirement. In my report, these two columns are coming from order table. This one is coming from my fulfillment fact table. Since these three columns are, these three columns, right, comes from two different tables, we need to link these two tables, create a relationship. But it is a many-to-many relationship. Automatically, Power BI assigns the many-to-many relationship between these tables. But here in the cross filter direction, order fact table filters the fulfillment table. So hence what happens, you are able to get 15. Look here, 1001, 15 total they ordered it, right? And then fulfillment also 15. You want to see how much they ordered, how much we ship together in a single report. In order to create this report, you need to create a relationship like this, right? But here, I did not use a bridge table like here. Without even using a bridge table, it is possible in latest version of Power BI to filter a many-to-many table, or in this case, the order fact table can filter the fulfillment table directly. Look here in the 15, right? The second order ID, 6 products they ordered, only 5 we shipped it, 1 is pending, and this one we have not yet shipped. To print this report, you need to, without this relation, it will not be possible, many-to-many relationship. But tell me, did I use any bridge table? No, right? That is the beauty of latest version. You don't need it. But the best practice is create a bridge table in the case of many-to-many relationship. In the case of menu, it is always create a many to the bridge table, because with the bridge table, you can make your model design more robust. Right? If you don't use bridge table, what will happen? So here, this table can filter this table only by the order ID column. If you want this table to be filtered by product table, or if you want this table to be filtered by product table, right, it is not possible. You are if you create the relationship, the many-to-many relationship directly, there is a limitation here. Right, so the order fact table can filter the fulfillment table only via the order ID. The rest of them not possible. Hence, if you have the bridge table, you can filter you can create any type of report, right? So remember that even Microsoft recommends use a bridge table. But the interview question is, without bridge table, can I do the many-to-many? Yes, that is possible using a cross filter direction. You can specify single order fact filter. You can give the example of the same example. You can give them. Okay, all they need is they want to understand how good are you with the concept. Okay. Okay. Next question is, this is just for your food for thought. Okay, and in this case, if I put the customer ID here directly, I don't need a bridge table, right? Sagar was asking this one. Is there any way can I merge these tables? Yes. Customer ID, you can put it here. If I knock down this, You don't need a bridge table. You can put it here, and customer table, all it needs is, the customer table needs is, to filter this table, it needs a customer ID here. You can put the customer ID here also. Look here, that is what I did it. But if I do this, will it work? Will it fulfill all my requirement? Just test it. This is just for your thought, and then you get back to me about your observation, right? You create another report. In that report, you put all the columns, right? The customer wise, to create two different visuals, table visual. One visual account by balance, and then customer wise account balance. You just give it a try and let me know, is it possible with this model? Why do I need to have a bridge table, right? Like Sagar asked, can I merge it? Yes, you can merge it this also, but is it doing the proper filtering or not? How do you know that, right? Just you test it out and get back to me. And this file also I will share it to you guys, don't worry. So now you understood with these two examples, solid examples, what is many-to-many relationship and how to implement them. It's all purely based on the reporting requirement, but make your model more dynamic. If you create the many-to-many relationship directly without using any bridge table, that's not a best practice. It will not be robust. Your report, see, once you are a developer and you are a data model, you know very well. Once you create everything, we have some report designers, they know only the designing part, they don't know the data model part. And once you are done with the data model design, if you share it with the designers, they go to the report view report canvas, they create the visual something like this. But when they need something like this, right? For example, they need something like this. They want to see the account balance by customer. They cannot create it. Even if they create the report, it will not show the correct value. Hence, you need to make sure that you are, for that specific requirement, you need a bridge table. Via this bridge table only, the customer table can filter the transaction table, but still the account customer table and account table, right? The link or the relation should be made as, the cross filter direction should be made it as both bi-directional relationship, so that account table can filter account customer can filter the account table. So these are the takeaways for you. Please remember this, okay? So we are done with the many-to-many